Hi, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of TapRooT TV. I'm Alex Paradise. With me today is Tim Diggs.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. Our topic today is going to be talking about what does it take to get executive leadership involved in root cause analysis.
Well, right off the bat, something bad happens, all of a sudden the executives are involved, right? When that catastrophic incident shuts production down, something like that, typically, not always, that's when you find leadership gets really big involved in that. So it's important that we do things as leaders or promote being involved all the time, to help stop those bad things from happening.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting point because we know that leadership gets involved reactively, right?
Absolutely.
There's definitely a reactive element of an incident occurs and leadership now wants answers. Generally, they're wanting answers. They're wanting to make sure that the process is right. So we take some time and we think about this for our upcoming courses and our upcoming summit. We thought we really need to take time to put in place some information that's going to help executives be ready for an incident before it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about our executive leadership course, which we developed, saw a need twofold here. But first off, for those people on the other side of the table that the TapRooT investigations are being reported out to, what's needed from them? How, as a leader, what do you need from me? What kind of investment? How do I lead my team? How do I identify the team? What assets do they need? Things like that. So developed the course for that, but then took it a step deeper in, from the aspect of sustainability, culture, stuff like that, adding those into the course. So
yeah, so I think, when we look at what does leadership need to get involved, they need to be setting culture in their companies. They need to be setting both this is the standard we're going to follow, this is how we're going to follow it, this is the tools we're going to use to follow it. We set up a course, we've set up, these courses to help executive leadership and to help leadership in general in your company understand what's needed to have the right kind of process, to have the process being followed correctly. Now, one of the questions that I know you and I get a lot is who should actually attend these kind of leadership courses.
Right. So my quick answer is everybody, right? I mean, anybody involved in the team. But we've actually developed two different courses here, a 6-hour virtual course and a 2-day course. And when you're talking about that, obviously those VPs of safety process, quality, directors, even we've had companies bring their legal counsel, their in-house counsel, which was really good because now your legal department's understanding what TapRooT is and what the program is. Program directors, operations type people.
Yeah, and that's the way I think about it. So, if I was going to say who should come to this or who should I have involved in this and get trained, you probably aren't going to send your legal department to a 5-day TapRooT course.
No.
It's not going to make much sense. You might not even be sending some of your upper level directors and VPs. Now, I love when I have a VP come to a 5-day course or when I have leadership come to those kind of courses. But we realize that time constraints hit executives, and also that executives generally aren't going to be the ones doing investigations.
No.
They're generally going to be the people that are providing the coaching, that are providing the
Absolutely.
vision, that are setting the standard. So we tailored the course to kind of fit with that. So this is why we think your VP leadership, who's your program director? Is it your directors? Is it your VPs? Is it your CEO? Is it your C-suite? Who is it that's guiding your program? Those are the kind of people that need to be coming to this course, because what we're going to be talking about, things like, one, what is TapRooT? So they get an understanding of what TapRooT is.
Yep.
But really that course is really more about sustainment. How do you build a program that lasts? And
Absolutely.
I think this is so key with people. How do you get a program that lasts after I leave this position? We know executives change roles. We know directors change roles a lot. How do I build a program that's going to be successful when the next guy comes in?
That things you're talking about leads me into, with the course, you get a couple of books. You get the TapRooT leadership lessons book, and you also get the implementation book. One section that we really spend a lot of time on out of this implementation book is that implementation checklist. What they need to know, what they need to do if they're bringing TapRooT to their company, and how to install it and get that sustainability long after they're gone that you're talking about.
And it's not even just with TapRooT implementation. That checklist is useful with any continuous improvement process that people are doing, because it focuses on the human elements of what do we need to do to set up a program for success, to make sure that our enforcement structures, our bonus structures are in there to align with our organizational goals.
Sure.
Now, so the who is really important. It's your those in safety, those in quality, operations, engineering, process safety. Those are the people that really need to have a good foundation of what do we need to do when incident strikes, but also what do we need to do to be proactive.
Absolutely.
Because those, directors, most of what you're doing is you're driving proactive change. You don't want to just be reactive. If you're reactive in those leadership positions, you're just constantly firefighting. And we talk about this in the course. We don't want to be firefighting. We don't want to be reactive. We want to be and build proactive cultures.
Well, and additionally, don't want to spend all of our time coaching.
Yep.
Right? You want to put out a process, a system for your people to follow, and that way you've got your time to spend on what can we do to get better, go to that next level, as opposed to going back and coach all the time.
Yep.
Now, this course you're talking about, understand, we certainly give an overview of the TapRooT process and system, but yeah, like you say, it is not a TapRooT light course or anything like that.
Yep.
A lot of stuff in there about that culture, that sustainment, those things you mentioned, and they do apply, to a wide variety of systems, not just TapRooT.
Now, you mentioned we have two different courses. So we have the 6-hour executive leadership course. That can be done in person or virtual.
In person or virtual. That's like a company offering an on-site course.
Yep.
And then, you know this as well as I. Every summit that I've been to, you hear that from people, what I need to be successful. I need leadership's involvement, things like that. So we've answered that this year with the 2-day executive leadership course that's going to be offered for the first time actually at our summit.
Yep.
So our summit coming up in what year is this? 2020. The summit in 2022.
In May of 2022.
Yeah. We have something for those people that you mentioned, those to help drive that sustainability in your improvement programs.
And I think that point is really important, because just like you said, people are always saying, how do I get my leadership more involved, or I need more involvement. Well, this is the opportunity to bring them to the summit, get them something that they're going to take away, but also get them time with other companies, other users to share best practices.
Right.
So this 2-day course, we've got a 6-hour. What are we doing extra? What additional stuff are we getting into in this 2-day?
Oh, wow. Well, first off, the one I'm most excited about is the conservative decision making, right? And we hear that phrase thrown out there a lot, but diving into that conservative decision making aspect.
And I think it's really critical. I was at a different conference just last week, and everybody was talking culture and what do we got to do to get our executives to realize the cultural problems. And I think when we talk in the course, when we talk about conservative decision making, it's a management philosophy almost more than anything else, because what it looks at is who's the one responsible. At the end of the day, if you have a major disaster, who's going to jail?
Right.
Is it the operator?
No, it's not the operator. It's the executive that's going to pay the fine or do the time,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
It's it's the guy at the top that's going to be the one held responsible. And depending on your country or culture, there's a lot riding on management to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
And one of the things we talk about is conservative decision making. It comes from high reliability organizations. And I think everybody wants to be a high reliability organization. We want to make sure that when we have mistakes that are made, our systems are resilient enough to prevent failure, but that we as management are not removing safeguards through, gross negligence, through, people making decisions where they're putting costs ahead of safety. And we talk about that. We talk in a lot of detail and do some little interactive stuff to think about how do we make better conservative decision makings and
Yep.
really keep your executives out of jail. That's kind of a theme with that. We also talk about some other stuff. We talk about sustainability.
Yep.
We
Yep.
talk about building a program to survive. We spend more time on that in this 2-day course. And we also have a lot more opportunity for discussions. Our 6-hour course, we have those discussions built in, we have those activities built in, but there's not as much time as I think we would like to have in that because, how much time with your executives do you really want to spend hashing out and thinking about, our roadmap to success?
Yeah.
And so with this 2-day course, we get the time to really have these good discussions. We also talk about building a program.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's critical. We talk about that implementation roadmap that we don't just go and come in and pat ourselves on the back and say, yeah, this culture stuff is great, right?
No,
Yeah,
right.
this culture stuff is great. We're
Yeah.
going to do that. But also take the time to think, where are the gaps in our culture? Where are the gaps in our processes today so we can know what we need to do from a leadership standpoint to close those gaps and be more effective as a team
Sure.
and make sure that our teams are being set up for success. Now, I think, coming out of these courses, we've had rave reviews by leadership.
We have the 6-hour virtual ones. We've had a lot of great feedback. The leadership loves it. Specifically, you mentioned the gaps in our system. When we're talking about that section in the leadership course and measuring that safeguard hierarchy and looking at those, we'll call them corrective actions for lack of a better word, but measuring those and things, that's really it seems to have been very popular section with those. A benefit of this 2-day course, though, think about this. Those 6-hour courses are generally, those on-site courses I mentioned. That's your company, your 10 or 12 leadership. This 2-day course is going to be an opportunity. It's going to be a public setting, right? So there's going to be people from other companies there. So in addition to the course content itself being good, those discussions that you mentioned, imagine you're going to be hearing things that other companies of this is what works or what doesn't or what we've tried and failed and how do we address this. So the 2-day course to me, as if I'm an executive, that's the one that I've really earmarked or I've marked on my calendar because that's going to be an opportunity to, we're not going to be sharing like proprietary information among companies, right? But you're going to get that opportunity to hear those other lessons learned from people and network. Yeah. Heaven forbid you got somebody there that could be a potential customer for your company, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously. So it's the 2-day course it's very exciting to me. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for those things.
And I think it's a great opportunity for companies of different sizes because there are some companies that it doesn't make sense to hold an on-site for a smaller team. Maybe we want to have. Maybe I have a couple key people that I want to bring into this, but I don't want to have a full course. So maybe I want to send my executive in, or maybe they've been brought into. A lot of times, we talk about executives moving around. Maybe you've come into a company that has the culture around TapRooT already and has some of that layout. And we really need to get this person up to speed. And we feel like maybe getting that third party to wrap around what is TapRooT can give them both an understanding of what's the foundation.
That's an excellent point. You're coming into a new company that has that opportunity to improve vision.
Yep.
And I hadn't even thought about that, but getting that new person up to speed, this would be ideal for that.
It'd be great for that.
Ideal course for that.
So I think people have a good idea now. So we've got the upcoming Executive Leadership 2-day. That's going to be in May of 2022.
Yep.
If they want to contact us for the on-site Executive Leadership, what do they need to do?
The 6-hour? Well, you can reach out to us, taproot.com. You can reach out to Alex and I on LinkedIn, Alex Paradise, Tim Diggs. Our email addresses are real easy.
Yeah, Alex
but
TapRooT,
basically
Tim
get with us or anyone here, and we'll have some conversations about that.
And we set up free executive briefings all the time to understand the foundations of what people need. Talk about what does a company need to go from no robust root cause analysis process to an embedded system that's going to be sustainable, that's going to get you consistent results over time. And I think that's really what we want people to think about is how do they get the executive support for that? Who needs to be in that, and how are we going to get this program to last?
Yeah.
You know, and that's really what the TapRooT Summit is about is building those programs, building that network chain.
Getting those leaders involved
Yep.
too, right? Let's not paint a bad picture about leaders. They
No,
want to be
they want it.
involved.
They want
They
it.
want their teams to succeed. They want to do good. And, you know, we can't leave them on the sidelines. So here's their,
Yep.
let's get them in there, get them going.
So-
Let them help the team.
So if you want to get your executive leadership going, sign them up for the Executive Leadership 2-day course at the Summit this year.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to seeing you and your team there. And, you know, have a great day, great week, and we'll see you at the Summit.
Yeah, come to the summit.